What if there's something that you do and you say, I didn't even like this at all? So many entrepreneurs are completely running in a track of what they want to do. But all of a sudden you fall into something that you never thought you could do. And that's the story of Craig, frankly. He never thought he was going to have a cheesecake business. And today he does. We want to hear from him and see the highlights of what helped him jump.
Jump, you're ready now. Jump, the sky's the limit. Jump, jump, jump. Leave it all behind and jump. Just go for it. Jump, if you can dream it. Jump, jump, jump. Together we can do all things.
So, hey guys, welcome to Jump to the life of your dreams. And this is Rebecca here today. Today I have a very special guest, and his name is Craig Franklin. And I first heard about him at Don't Keep Your Day Job podcast. And he's the founder of the Cheesecake Ninja. And I love your slogan, which is assassinate your cravings. Did you come up with that, Craig?
I did not.
Really?
I didn't come up with that or the business name at all. I only know how to make cheesecakes. I'm not creative at all. So I didn't come up with either of those.
Oh my gosh, this interview is about to get really, really interesting. First, I just want to say thank you so much for being here and welcome to the show. Jump is a show that help creative entrepreneurs to really jump to their dreams, to really have courage to do the things that they want to do. And I know you have this story of making, cheesecake and doing well. And now I notice you are making even bread. And just let the listener get to know a little bit about your journey as an entrepreneur.
I really just kind of stumbled through it. I never really intended on having a business at all, and it just sort of happened. I almost failed home ec. I always joke that I failed home ec, but I didn't. I was really close to failing it. And I never liked baking or cooking or making anything, and had no intentions of making cheesecake, and it just sort of fell in my lap one day, and I started making it. Then I started selling them, and actually at first I couldn't even sell them. I was just giving them away. And then I started selling them, and then I started delivering door to door and ended up with a business, an actual brick and mortar.
How is that going for you, Craig? Do you like it? You don't like it? What is that?
It's fun. I get to see lots of people, and even though I'm not a people person, I like the people that come in. Some days are a little bit more difficult than others, but it gives me time to do other stuff and figure out what I want to do the next day and modify things. And it's interesting.
I love when you say I'm not a people's person, but it's so funny because you're in the business, so you are dealing with people a lot, right? So how did you overcome this thing about I don't want to see people to I make cheesecake and bread for you?
Whenever people come in and they're my customers, it's actually different than whenever I'm not working and not doing something I don't want to. So the people that actually come in, I like and I enjoy seeing. Whereas whenever I had a full-time job that somebody else was paying me, I didn't want to be around those people. So I didn't like them.
I like that idea. You're funny. So what can you tell us, the people that listen to this, what was the hardest jump you ever done in your life?
Probably deciding to actually open the brick and mortar business. It was always just a hobby, and we never intended on having an actual store. It was just going to be extra money. And then whenever I got fired from my full-time job, we decided to give it a try. It took a little bit for us to finally decide to do it, but then we did. Now we're open.
Do you feel it was worth it?
Yeah, because I'm not my own boss and I can do whatever I want when I want. And if I decide that something's not working, I don't have to ask anybody to change it.
Right. I like that. I like that idea. So I noticed through your Instagram account that you're starting to make some breads. Is that true?
Yep. We make a little bread.
Tell us how that dissolved. So how is that coming about?
One day it was slow, and a lot of the cheesecakes that I make have alcohol in them. And I have a whole bunch of extra beer that I use in cheesecake, and then I decided I would get rid of some of it. So I looked for a recipe with that type of beer in it. Just started trying that. It's really simple to do. It doesn't need any yeast. It just takes a few minutes to make, and then it's ready to go.
So how
usually? What's that?
No, I was going to ask, how's the beer bread taste?
Well, that's good. It's soft in the center, and it's kind of got a little bit of a beer taste. Bread does anyways, because there's yeast in bread. So it's kind of got the similar flavors, and then the outside of it's crunchy, which keeps it moist on the inside. It's really good. And whenever I make it, it usually sells pretty quickly.
That's so cool, because now you're seeing the other things that you can do, from like making the cheesecake to like you're just having fun doing other things. Is that right?
I lost
you. It cut a little bit. Can you hear me? Okay.
There. Yep.
So what I ask is, like, from the making the cheesecake and now your experience a little bit more, where do you see yourself going with more of those experiences?
That is really hard to say, because I didn't see myself doing what I'm doing now. So I really have no idea where it's going to go from there. We're starting to sell in a couple convenience stores.
Wow.
And I really didn't intend on doing that. So stuff just kind of happens. We have ideas in our mind, and whenever they happen, they happen. If they don't happen, they don't. So we're starting to do a few more weddings with cheesecakes and stuff, and I never really intended on doing that either. So I just kind of go along and see what happens.
That's so interesting you saying that, because a lot of the entrepreneur, they really teach people how to visualize what they want and really believe and see yourself living it. And as what you're telling me is that everything has happened so organic for you that you just did not expect everything that has happened, but it's just happening. But how do you tell, like, the people that want things to happen for them, and it's so hard for them to see anything happen what they're making it?
That's a tough question, because there has been things that I've wanted to do, making cheesecake not being one of them. I never wanted to do that. And we did concert promoting for a while, and that was something that I really wanted to do, and I really wanted it to work, and tried different things and did things one way and then switched it and tried other things, trying to make it work, and it never really worked. So we quit doing that. And then there's been other hobbies that I've had that I really wanted to do as a business, and I would do them, and just things weren't working. So I would quit and move on to the next thing. So I do things kind of weird. There's things that I want to do that don't work, and then things that I don't want to do that I end up doing. So
oh my gosh.
Everybody else.
That's kind of like a science that is kind of hard to unveil, don't you think so?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I thought it was just me thinking, like, but how the hell all this is happening, you know? And, you know, let's just say that what you're doing is really good, and it's just happening to pass along, and people wants to eat more and hear more from you, you know?
Mhm.
Okay, so I send you a thing. I have been asking everyone in this show to let us know what is that one quote that you're like, you like it a lot, you're meditating on. Do you have one for us?
I don't. I don't have a favorite. There's tons of quotes that I have seen and things that people have said, but I don't really have anything specifically that sticks in my head. I just, whenever I listen to other podcasts, like even Kathy's podcast and the people that are on it, there's things that they say that stick in my head that I couldn't tell you word for word. But
Right.
I have a really short attention span, so things go in my brain and then they're gone.
So, what would be the 5 things, or let's do 3? What would be the 3 things, Craig, that you could not live without it?
I could not live without my phone, of course. And it only halfway works, so it's even though it sort of works, I still can't live without it. Let's see, what's something else that I can't live without? I cannot live without my Apple Music account. And I could probably not live without having my TV, even though we do not have any sort of TV service. I still watch a lot of stuff on it.
That's fun. That's fun. I don't have a TV service too, just so you know. I do not have a TV service. So Craig, tell us, where can people find you?
The physical store is in Perryville, Missouri, but on the internets, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook under the Cheesecake Ninja. And I'm on Twitter too, but I don't really use Twitter a lot because I forget. But mostly Instagram.
That's really cool. So my very last question, okay? I don't want to take all your day because I know this is your day off and you must to rest. You have to rest today. So
just because my day off doesn't mean I'm resting. We're actually making cookies today.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yep.
Is this the life of the entrepreneur? And their day off, they develop new products? Is that what it is?
Pretty much. On my days off, we usually do cookies and gooey butter cake and brownies, and then sometimes giant Rice Krispie treats.
Oh my gosh, I like that. I need to come and try all these goodies that you do. It's amazing. So the last thing is what is the things, I know you say, I never expect this. I never imagined this. Oh my gosh, it's such a surprise. But what do you think is going to happen 5 years from now? What do you think this is going to, do you have a little bit of this is what I hope for, or this is what I want to see?
There's always things in the back of my mind. So if we're still around in 5 years, we'll have at least one more store and maybe eventually do franchising, and we're working on shipping too, because I have a lot of people asking about shipping. So we're going to work on that, and then just adding to more stores that are not ours, so convenience stores and restaurants and stuff like that.
That's really big. That's pretty awesome. Well, I hope that I can be here in Colorado or anywhere that I'll be, that I can go to a place and order a cheesecake and comes your cheesecake. I really do that.
That's always a good possibility.
I know, right? Oh my goodness. Well, Craig, I just want to say thank you for stopping your day off when you're making cookies and all those delicious things to give our listeners a little bit of time to just really share a little bit about you. There's anything that you want to share or say to someone that is in a position right now, they're about to do a jump, but they don't know what's going to happen if they would crash or if there's anything holding them. So what do you say for someone that wants to do a jump?
Good luck and get ready for lots of ups and downs. Fun times.
I like that. Craig, thank you so much for being at Jump Podcast. You're fun. It was so much fun. Hey, one thing I do want to say to you guys about that caught my attention about Craig is his ability to not give up. He has this major ability, and if you want to listen to the first interview he had with Kathy at Don't Keep Your Day Job, search for that. But he had the ability to never give up in doing the cheesecake and getting better and better. And even him saying, even in his day off, he's still developing new product. One of the things in the role of the entrepreneur, guys, it is that even when you are taking your break, you're still creating something. It doesn't mean you have to be like, oh my gosh, I gotta do it. That's not the point. I want you to take care of yourself. But even in a fun time is when amazing things can happen for you. So be aware what is around. Be aware when you're playing that you might have completely brilliant ideas throughout there. Thank you guys for stopping by a Jump, and until next time, I'll see you then.
Jump, you're ready now. Jump, the sky's the limit. Jump.